When you're bidding jobs that you're working on, you just have to make your best estimate, your best guess. And on an ordinary guitar, taking a bridge off, putting it back on, for me, bidding it at about 3 hours work maximum is plenty of time generally. And if it takes me less time, well then I charge the customer less money. But unfortunately it doesn't always work the other way around. When you know a person's got a tight budget and you bid it as tight as you can, sometimes you take a little loss. And this is one of those times. I've already got more than 3 hours into this thing. I underestimated how hard this bar was going to make it. It's almost as hard as working on an F-hole style guitar where you can't really get inside it at all. It's almost that bad. I mean, you really just can't hardly get in there. But anyway, enough belly aching. We're back to reality here. This thing has been buffed out. It looks really good. Got the neck back on it. I didn't put the pick guard back on it yet, mainly because I washed it off I had washed the guitar off because of all the mold. Well, I just washed the pick guard off, and these little felt pads on here, I want to let them dry out really good before I put it back together. But anyway, the next thing we got to do is I've already made the custom bridge for it. I've got the bridge on here. I have to cut the slot in the bridge, so let's get started on that. Well, I got a little bit ahead of myself. I still have to drill the holes through the top here to they're filled in with glue and everything. I've got the holes drilled into the bridge, the new bridge I made. But we're gonna have to drill on through the glue and the other junk that's on the inside there. So we'll let the holes in the bridge kind of be my drill guide. And we'll just take our time. Okay, that should work pretty good. Now, if I could get my hand in there, I always take my hand and clean out the, I can just almost touch it with the end of my finger. I always like to wipe the inside there in case there's any little fragments hanging on. But I literally can just barely touch it with the end of my finger, and you know, I've got really long fingers, so it's a good thing. Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to get in there at all. Okay, I don't know how much of this you'll be able to see, but I've got all kinds of marks on here where to stop and where to start and stop as far as sliding across here. I have this adjusted so that it's going to cut the with the router bit. It's going to cut the slot in the right place. It's just complicated, but I've taken a lot of time and set it all up and got it exactly like I want it. And so now I'm going to try to carefully plunge this down and move it along there, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, that did a real good job. I purposely cut it towards the back of the slot. This router bit is very small, and so I cut it towards the back of where I want the slot. Now I'm going to I've got pencil marks on here already, and I'm just going to move this forward to match up with the pencil mark. And it's just a very slight adjustment, very slight. Tighten it back down, and we'll go through and widen the joint out just a little bit. Widen the slot just a hair. Couldn't find the switch. Okay. Did a very nice job, very, very nice job. Okay, so we're ready to give her a shot. Well, the Fender Palomino, complete with all of its plumbing, is back in shape and it's playable. Turned out pretty good, you know. It is what it is. I always say, you know, you're not going to make a racehorse out of a pig. And when it came in, it was a pig. Now it's probably moved up in status a little bit. Maybe it's a cow or something now. But anyway, it does sound pretty good, and it doesn't look terrible. I mean, it's got a lot of surface cracks, and the finish is kind of wavy, but you know, it just is what it is. I'm sure the customer is going to be really, really happy with this. He was, I seriously underbid this project, I'm pretty sure. But anyway, you got to do what you got to do sometimes and help a fellow out. And I hope that he'll be really tickled with it. Thank you for watching this little short series on the Fender Palomino. Tell your friends about my channel. Please subscribe. Click that subscribe button. In case you're new to YouTube and you don't understand that subscribe button, what that does is it will let me notify you each time I put out a new video. So you'll just get a little email or something like that, and you'll know that there's a new video out there that you can take a look at. So thanks again for watching.